Hello everyone, I am Melinda NailFanatic of Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot, as well as NailFanatic's Artistry Design Studio, and this is our June the 27th, 2017 Love, Peace, and Happiness Daily General Tarot, which is mainly about our spiritual status and applies to everything. Our Daily Money Tarot, as well as our Daily Romance Tarot. And so we will get started with the words of clarity for today. This is my own custom deck that I received by channel guidance, and so I also received that I should make these available to you. So if you would like to commission your own custom words of clarity deck, my website has all the details you need to move forward. It's a wonderful addition to any group of cards that you have already. Plus they're custom, one of a kind, just for you. So that's always fun. So June 27th, let's see. Well, we've been going through a lot of radical transformations lately, and I'm not the only one that's been going through the physical side effects. I see the comments. I love their interactiveness of our channel here. This is our channel. Definitely this is our channel, and I love the way you all have been so interactive on our channel, and so much beautiful words that get put up in the comments and the back and forth that I get to go back and read when I have the opportunity after I get through with my busy day. I love going back to read all of the different interactions that y'all have put up on the channel because it's just absolutely beautiful. So let's see. What is the word of clarity for today, Love Source God? We got a good shuffling. Which is our word for today? Okay, I got some stuff over here that just flipped upside down in my hand. Okay, there we go. Understanding is our word of clarity today. The bottom of the deck is pretending. Understanding and pretending. And let's see what our flashcards deck is going to speak to our intuitive messages today, everyone. So grateful for all of our connection, guys. Like, I truly love reading about how we're connecting to one another and how our messages are resonant, how the words that are channeled through me come through and speak directly to your hearts. I absolutely love that. I love hearing about the progress that you're making. I have some beautiful comments that after applying some of the techniques and practices that I channel for you, how your lives are affected. Well, I know they are, because that's why I got into doing this on YouTube, because my life had been affected so beautifully from applying the different techniques that I was channeling for myself. And so I know it's effective, and I'm so proud of you and grateful that you're bold enough to try something different, to try to think outside of the box, better yet, to design your own box and allow others to jump into it. Wow, look, we have the panda bear, the one. I always look at this guy as a magician, guys. So look at how happy he is. Look at the gesture in the face. Oh my goodness. So I definitely feel an understanding here. I definitely feel understanding. Even with the pretending card, I definitely feel also it's like being the master of your domain and fake it till you make it kind of energy. But the thing is, people make it sound in our society like a child's game or something like that. But funny enough, as I say like a child's game, I'm hearing, but it is like a child's game, Melinda, because children create from a place of innocence. They create from a place of allowance without resistance. And so that is the energy of this card. And so your imagination, as Bashar taught, I'm so grateful that he put it that way. Imagination. We are all magicians. And so we have within our being, as we were born and created to be these wonderful magicians that have the ability to embrace life with both hands, just like this panda bear right here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. So what I was getting at was pretending can be very valuable for us. Oh my goodness. And we have another magician there, another one. This one is a dinosaur, so this is interesting, okay? So we get the panda, and I'm going to go ahead and put the dinosaur there. The dinosaur, another magician there, but I feel like more magician on earthy things, because when I think dinosaur, I think what's been on earth so long, right? And the pentacles is what came to my mind. So if I were to apply these to suits, although I see the magician in both of them, I would say Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles on the table, okay, guys? Either way, we have 2 ones. We have a new beginning. We have an 11. We have room for all sorts of magical opportunity within those 2 ones there. Today is a great day of starting things. Today is a day where some understanding of a situation is going to come in, some understanding, some clarity. It's a wonderful day for grasping on, and I feel that with the 2 stances, I feel like somebody's going to really stand their ground and have something to say about a situation where somebody is trying to tell you something that's false. And if that's the case and you're the one who's got somebody trying to express some falsehood to you, I feel like you're going to stand your ground, because I feel like the falsehood that's expressed to you is somebody trying to bring you down from your high, somebody trying to speak out falsely against you, and I feel that you will definitely stand your ground and speak from a place of understanding, and also speak from a place of respect, self-respect. Like, I feel you thinking to yourself, you know, this person's really going to get me, trying to get me riled up, but I know how to stand my ground and let them carry on and carry on, and I'm not going to prove them right. I'm going to stand my ground. I am divine, you know, and I feel you actually having like this little pep talk with yourself. So I don't know who that is, and I don't know what's the situation in whole, but I want to tell you right now, I appreciate you doing that, because by deciding to stand your ground and not come out of character for this individual, you keep your vibration high, and that's where you're greatly beneficial to all of your brothers and sisters of mankind, including me. You help keep the vibration on Gaia higher when you don't allow piddly little squabbles and silly little words to bring you out of character. Holding that high vibration is the most important thing. The one is all about high vibration. The one is also about leadership and guidance and authority. And so I feel that, again, you're going to be standing in your authority, standing in your place of leadership, being that amazing, inspiring leader that makes people want to say, oh boy, you know, I've done everything I could to get under their skin, but look at how they just, what is going on? They're so different. They just don't react to me like they used to anymore, type of energy. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups coming in today. This is an offer of love, an incoming offer of love, according to what I channeled. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance card. Major Arcana 14. Major Arcana 14, and for somebody, you're going to be receiving a loving gesture from a Sagittarius person. That may be romantic or not, but either way, this is also strongly about that inner control, inner balance, and patience. Also patience. I'm hearing if you're waiting for an offer of love, just be patient. It will come. But if you find impatience in it, and you're stressed over when you're going to receive it and when and it's not and it should be and it should have been already and it's past due now and all that stuff, well, then it's going to continue to feel that way. You have to express yourself in a balanced way right now to the world. In other words, you have to be your wholeness. You have to be your own completeness. For somebody else, though, there's definitely incoming flirtations and getting to know one another going on there. And with these two magicians here, I feel like it's a wonderful match in the sense of these two people are well suited to one another. Yes, there are great differences. However, these two have so much strong characteristics. And in getting to know one another, I feel like there's going to be eventually some time where both of these are being the alpha, and so there's going to be a little bit of headbutting, but I feel that there's enough attraction there if this is applying to you romantically, okay? There's enough attraction there that the headbutting won't be such a big deal that it's going to stop anything. So let's get into our money part, and maybe some more will come out about that in our romance portion. But next is our money tarot, and we are going to use our money cards. And what is the message for us, Lesser Sky? What is our message for June 27th, 2017? This one. Okay, card number 36. It's been a little while since I've seen this one, but I know we've seen this one before. It says, there is no shortage of money or time. The back of the card reads, there is no shortage, and any attention to shortage of something wanted will always produce negative emotion within you, because your guidance is letting you know that you have strayed from your broader basic understanding of abundance and well-being. Whether you are focused upon the shortage of money, or seeing yourself as having only so many years to live, and so each day that is expended is one day closer to the end of your years, that feeling of decline is contrary to your broader understanding of the of the eternal nature of your being. And so, absolutely, there is no shortage of money or time. Any lack is in our own perception, and as long as we continue to choose to be observant and perceptive of the lack must persist. So how do you take your own perception and your own scope of awareness from the situation of lack and switch it? If that's your reality, how can you bring a change there when you're sitting there saying to me, but Melinda, the situation is one of lack, so how am I supposed to not pay attention to lack? Am I supposed to ignore my money? How am I supposed to pay my bill? You just keep doing what you know is right, meanwhile. But instead of focusing on lack, instead I want you to find anything at all in this world that you are abundant in. I tell ladies all the time, maybe you have a makeup box filled with makeup. Maybe you have a closet full of shoes. Maybe it's a food full of fridge. Maybe it's a house full of love. Maybe for you guys it's a garage full of tools, or a fridge full of beer. Shoot, I don't know what it is, but you all have a whole lot of something somewhere. And it's about allowing that something somewhere to be a shifting point. When you start to worry about something not working out, and you start to not feel your abundance and your prosperity, then it's time to turn on your magi powers, your imagination powers, and say, yes, that may be true. However, let me shift over here and get on to thoughts of abundance, because from thinking thoughts of abundance, you must attract to you, like a magnet magnetizes, more thoughts of abundance. If you stay in feeling of lack, then you will continue to feel lack. So how do you feel abundant? For some of you, it can be as simple as go and sit in a lavish bubble bath. That'll do it for some of you, right? So find your prosperity, you know where you have an abundance of anything, go to that place and allow that place to be your shifting point. For me, when I was in my deepest financial struggles, I continued to reflect on my house full of beautiful, happy, loving children who absolutely get so ridiculously excited every time I walk in the door that it's just nonsensical. Absolutely nonsensical how excited these children get every time I walk in the door. And it's still the same today. And so every time I will be concerned about a bill or finances or an account balance or a due date or anything like that, I continued on because there was no good that can come out of worry. Okay, worrying is praying for what we don't want. And so rather than worry, I would immediately shift my thoughts to the amount of love in my house. And I realized, and I would remind myself, that by the having of all that love in my home, I had more wealth than most of the rich men in this world, because that type of love you can't buy. That is true wealth, and that is something that only God can give. And so by repeatedly doing this and repeatedly doing this and repeatedly do this, and oh yeah, did I say I was repeatedly doing this, like for at least, I mean, it's been a long time. Now I guess it's been at least 2 years, right, that I've been really heavily focused and in turning to my prosperity and abundance. And things have definitely greatly become clear in that I have been more financially prosperous. I have gained a financial stability. And so likewise, applying this same technique, it worked for me. It can work for you. You don't need a gym membership. You ain't got to change your diet. You ain't got to go to tell your deepest, darkest secrets to nobody. You ain't got to do any of those things that y'all are always in an itch to sign up for somebody's membership to pay them for some magical cure. Honey, I just gave you the imagination cure, the true magical cure, And if you would just apply this simple technique to your finances, you will find a vast improvement. But you've got to be consistent with it. We cannot just be lackadaisical with it and on again, off again, and oh no, I don't. And the fact of the matter is, once you understand how it works, it's gonna be kind of like an automatic yearning within yourself to apply these techniques, anyways, because you will know that there's a better way to do it. Here we have card number 16, the initiation. And so this card is speaking about a spiritual initiation, that we are being brought through the spiritual smoke right now. So I feel that some of you very much have been practicing this shifting. You've been practicing a more deliberate, more spiritual point of attraction in regards to how you are expressing yourself regarding your finances, because remember, this card isn't about money. And so I feel like we're about to clear the smoke. You see where this eagle is? I feel like we are the eagle, okay? And some shit's about to fall down. Excuse my French. Some shit's about to fall down. However, we're going to get through all of it. And financially, we're going to be free on the other side of this smoke. So I feel that we're going to pull one more card. That's how I feel that. I feel that we're going to pull one more card on the 7 of Cups. Okay. So the 7 of Cups, its keyword is delusion. And you see how the glasses here are all empty. But there's a lot of growth around them with the green leaves, right? And so all that green is really speaking to me, along with the water element of the card. It's speaking to me about heart-centered activity. And so the 7 of Cups for me, I received by download, is unconditional love. So here we have the major arcana of the Tower with the 7 of Cups. So expecting some shock, some surprise, something unexpected happens today, having to do with unconditional love, and also having to do with something that was false, falling apart, being removed. Its time is done. And look at that. We have the 5 of Discs restriction at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like finances are beginning to open up and flow more, especially if you've been doing this mental work. Like, we are living at a point in time where our thoughts are manifesting faster than ever, where energy is totally in support of all of our love-based, all of our positive energy, as it is always in support of all of our energy. It's just that there's this spurt, this radical flux of flooded energy to this positive love source energy right now. And so it's helping us. What I'm seeing here is what's falling apart is this restriction. It's at the base of the deck. It's falling apart. Feeling like you're out of the cold is falling apart. And there's some unconditional love coming in. So I feel that in regards to our finances, we are actually doing this work. And it is bringing about an initiation for us. We are doing the work of the mental shift. We are taking our thoughts from poverty, lack, and wanting to having, being, doing, appreciating, abundance, prosperity. I am wealthy. I am rich in this way and that way and the other. Some of you, again, I feel like you're utilizing affirmations. Some of you may be on YouTube having some different affirmation videos play for yourself throughout the day so you can get those messages into your subconscious. Some of you may be writing your affirmations in journals. Definitely, though, I feel that we are getting in touch with a unconditional love vibration regarding our finances. And from that place, it must come in an unconditionally lovable way, because we're holding a different vibration about finances. No longer feeling blocked out, no longer feeling that way anymore, but knowing that we've come through a major transition. We've come through a major initiation here. And so things are changing because we have changed. We haven't done things the way we used to. We haven't spoke out the way we used to. We haven't been focusing the way we used to. And every little change we make has an automatic shift that follows in our physical reality. So now, let's get into our romance part of our message for the day. And let's see what's coming in for us today from this deck. Now, I do keep these messages general and applicable according to what will benefit all of us, because I want these messages to resonate for as many of you as possible. I would love to read for you on a personal level, though, one-on-one. Personal consultations, I always do them by donation, so anybody can afford it. You just figure out what's the value of the information to you. Pray on it, meditate on it. Whatever number you receive, you send that to me, and I will get you a reading out. I do have minimums for live phone readings of $60, and for live person face-to-face readings, a minimum of $100. But definitely send what your heart and your spirit guides you to for your personal consultation, and you will receive back the spiritual messages as they are delivered for you, okay? Rose petals in regards to romance, and the bottom of the deck is Field of Dreams. So here we have very much, I'm feeling a lot of growth cycles, okay? Because when I think of rose petals, especially when I see in this image here, we have some rose petals that are being blown off. We have some roses that are fuller, but it's like everything is coming into maturity that I'm seeing on this image. And with it coming into maturity, expect changes. Look at how her hair is blowing in the wind. The winds of change are blowing. So I'm expecting some changes with this card. What kind of changes are we expecting romantically? We're expecting to be sitting in our field of dreams. This lady looks like one of the lily pads that surrounds her. And she looks also like she's growing and she's sitting up. And so what is that saying to us in regards to romance? I'm feeling like existing committed relationships are augmenting. And your 10, how much you love each other, 10 is being expanded. Your 10 is expanding in regards to romance. I feel that also for those of you who are single, still I feel an expansion there. I feel like a readiness to act. I feel that there's also a patience, a readiness to act combined with a patience on divine timing. I am hearing this beautiful affirmation that I shared with you the other day, which is I am at peace with divine timing. And then you can go on and apply it to your romance or your finance or whatever, but I am at peace with divine timing in regards to my romantic love life. How beautiful that is to really be in harmony with that statement. And so I forgot to show the deck, but let me put the card box out for y'all to see. This is where I'm going to pull our tarot messages for romance, okay? But yes, I see both of these women here who are sitting still. And look at it, they're even in almost an identical seat stance. They are, as my niece starts singing in the background, I think about how they're both sitting still with Earth's song at the time, with the song of their life. They sit still, they sit patient, and they await the divine timing. However, they are ready to act. Both of them are in a very ready to act stance. They are poised. They will move when it's time to move. The however is they're also patient, and they're waiting, and they're allowing for the winds of change to blow. They're allowing for the cycles to come in, and they're getting really clear on what is it that their dreams are. What are the dreams, you know? If you've been getting really clear lately through your interactions with others as to what type of relationship you're deserving of and the quality of interactions with others, if you have been having different people in your life telling you their romantic story and you think, oh, that's good, I'll take some of that, or you think, oh yeah, no, I think I like it better this way or that way, well then congratulations, because you're clarifying your dreams. And so isn't that a good reason to hold off on actually jumping into a relationship so that one could clarify those dreams? If that resonates with you, give it a thumbs up. I'm like, seriously, because you could act too quickly and then end up in a relationship that is not benefiting you. You could act too quickly and end up not being able to enjoy a certain aspect of the committed relationship that you are already in. If you would be patient and pour love over a situation, both within and without, if you're committed in a committed relationship, I'm hearing that, you know, you have something going on and your partner, you're waiting to see a certain quality from your partner. I feel that there's a lady out there and you really want your husband or your boyfriend or whoever it is to make more money, that you've been working really hard and you've been barely able to make ends meet, but rather than belittling this partner of yours, you just keep going about your thing the way you know how, and you keep doing it vibrationally and constantly. I feel that you're finding ways to, with this green energy, I'm feeling that you're finding ways to, when I said cover it over with love, to compliment and encourage in every little thing that he does or she does that is pointed and geared in the way in which you want to see them move their feet. I feel that you're making a big deal of it, and you're speaking about it, and you're being very vocal and thankful to the person about it. And so that's a good way to be patient and pour love over it. And in doing that, wow, look at that happiness. The Nine of Cups, happiness at the center of the romance spread. And so by doing that, you allow for the person to come to their own conclusions. You allow time for growth. And also, more importantly, you allow yourself to trust in the divine timing, to be at peace with divine timing. I definitely see a lot of heart chakra energy here. So I feel whether you're in a committed relationship or not, I feel like lately your heart is on active duty right now, you know. And we have the tower at our feet of this happiness. So I feel that some things have, again, just like we spoke about over there, some things have come to their expiration date. And as they've been removed from the situation, you're moving on and you're staying in your happy, positive vibration and expressing your happiness. And so you're in a more peaceful state of mind with the Six of Swords here. You found peace. You've seen how things are working out. You can see how things can begin to come together and how there's hope at the center of what you're doing. And you also are allowing yourself to stay focused in this high vibration, even through all of the changes you've been through. And so with all of this that's gone on in your life, you know, and this applies whether you're single or committed, you know, there's an application for both. And so where is this taking us? Where is all this leading us to with all this happiness that we've brought in for ourselves? It's taking us to the Seven of Discs, which is awaiting the harvest. The card here says failure. Okay, that's the manufacturer, whoever designed this deck, they decided to call it failure. I think they followed from the keywords of the Thoth deck. I'm not positive on that. But the Seven of Discs is the card that I have obviously crossed out. And on top it says awaiting harvest. Because failure is only comes into play when one does not persist. You as long as you keep trying, you can never fail. Number one, understand that, okay? So and the bottom of the deck, again, another place where they use these ugly words that incite horrible feelings within people, but ruin, the Ten of Swords. For me, I received final thought. Didn't bother to write it on the deck, but that's the channeled message I got about the Ten of Swords. So with the Seven of Discs, this is you're still holding on, waiting for it to fall into your hand, and look at how close it is. Look at how close it is to reaching your hand. And meanwhile, you're just holding on to that lifeline. Like, okay, it's almost here. I'm just going to show trust and faith and hold on to my lifeline. And it's like the fear, there's a little bit of fear that it's not going to come in quick enough. It's so far off. It's like she is unaware of just how close that helping hand that has poured out all of this blessing onto her is. She's unaware of how close her blessings are. Why? Because she's too busy trying to hold on to her lifeline, right? And so right now, that's where we're at. I feel like you've gone through some major changes in your romantic love life, but you're trying to keep a positive attitude, and you're just holding on, waiting on, and again, sitting back, not acting, waiting. But this is your final thought. This is your resolution. This is your I will hold on in a high vibration, as I know, even though I can't see it, the universe is working things out for me, bringing it to me. I am the Magi. It comes to me. I am the powerful one. It comes to me. And that's exactly what this says here, that the romantic offer is coming to you. That emotional offer is coming to you. That getting to know that I talked about earlier. I can't wait to see what's underneath here. Oh, look at that. Final thought. The Four of Wands. The marriage card. The happy home card. The welcome home card. And below that, again, temperance shows up. Somebody, you got a Sagittarius out there that's on your mind. But at the same time, again, that getting to know one another in your own home. This is the final thought. It's coming home to you, okay? And if you have your heart set on a marriage type of relationship, then hold out for that marriage type of relationship. That's what this Ten of Swords is saying. This is a final thought. This is my conclusion. This is how it goes for me. I hold out for, and I sit back and I wait for this marriage type of relationship that I'm longing for, that fulfills me the way I want it to be. And meanwhile, you holding this high vibration, this internal love, peace, and happiness. It's just overflowing from all your cups, pouring down into your big cup and overflowing on to all the others and cycling around into all the others. And there are many others around you. I feel that you have yourself surrounded by a beautiful family. Yes, hold on. I feel that you have yourself surrounded by a beautiful family or a cycle of friends. And if it's neither of those, then I definitely feel that you are at least keeping yourself occupied in this high vibrational activity and lifestyle. So this is our general reading, guys, for June 27, 2017. My daughter is over there splashing all over the bathroom. You better keep that water in the tub, girl. Making all types of noise. And I'm going to go check on her. And I will get with y'all tomorrow again. Personal readings by donation at lphtarot.com. Custom Words of Clarity deck for your custom channel grouping of cards for use at home at lphtarot.com. Tips and gratuity at lphtarot.com. And find out how you can win a free personal consultation at lphtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.